Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it is now 7 a.m. and I'm just getting ready for the morning. I started doing my makeup. From what you saw, I just washed my hair and styled it. That's why I have these clips looking all crazy. Is because it's helping me with volume while it's kind of in the drying phase. But normally I like to just air dry, but then my head's getting really cold. So I'm just going to diffuse right after this. But let me explain what's going on. Basically, it is one day before the new year. And whenever there's a new year, I really like to reset and get a lot of things in order to like welcome in the new year with like fresh vibes. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's really important to me. Like I like to do this every single year. And I have a bunch of stuff I haven't had time to get to. For example, cleaning and organizing. There's so many rooms in the apartment. Okay, what am I saying? There's one bedroom. There's so many areas in the apartment that I want to deep clean, and there's other areas that I just have to simply reset. But I also have some errands to run. So that is why I woke up at 5 a.m. on my day off, because I wanted to get this work done before the new year. I feel like time is going by really, really fast. And a part of me is excited that 2024 is over. Like I had a bunch of amazing things that happened, and there's also things that were not so great that happened. So it was full of like a lot of highs and lows, just like, you know, everyone's year probably was. But I am excited for 2025. Like I really am looking forward to this year. Oh, I forgot to add. A big reason why I woke up at 5 a.m. to do everything is because I actually have plans today at 5 p.m. with my family. So I was like, if I wake up at like 10 a.m. or whatever, there's no way it's going to get done. Because usually on my days off, I sleep in until like 10 a.m. because I'm like, you know, why not? But today I'm like, no, I'm off tomorrow for New Year's Day. So I'm like, might as well have a very productive day today and then just spoil myself tomorrow and have like one of those rot days where you just like eat and watch TV and stuff. That's my plan. But it's not going to happen unless I get everything done today. As you can tell, I'm a morning person. I love the mornings. Every time I wake up at this time, like 5 a.m. or whatever, I'm like, you know you want this. Like, you know this is good for you. You know this is like naturally where you're at. But I'm just lazy. Like sleeping in feels so good. But then when I wake up, my mind is like, you know. But when I wake up at this time, I'm like super sharp. Ah, you guys, I missed the sunrise. It happened so fast. I was literally just... Boogie? Hold on. I was literally just here and it was dark. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get to film the sunrise. Maybe not. And now my cat's mad at me because I haven't fed her yet, but her food bowl's in the sink, so I have to clean it first. So she's just gonna have to stay mad. The scalp is dry, so my head's no longer cold. That's a plus. I'm gonna let the rest of it air dry because, as you saw, it's almost 7:30, and it's like it's time to get this train moving. You know, like we have a lot to do. So let me show you guys the damage. So honestly, the living room is not bad at all. I just have to clean up a few things, you know, mainly just picking up. Now this is the kitchen. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Just an ordinary kitchen. Well, what about this? This is horrible. It's so bad. Anyway, going back to the bathroom area. This is the sink right now. I do need to clean it up a bit. I have to do the cat litter, and I do have to wash the bathtub. But honestly, my biggest stressor is probably the bedroom because it doesn't look too bad in here, like in terms of it being dirty or anything like that. But I'm going to show you guys where I keep my clothes. And that's in the closet. So I grew up using cubicles like this. So I kind of just like adopted that when I moved into this apartment. But as you can see, like a lot of them got like overstuffed. I have to organize it and go through and see like what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep. First things first, I'm going to get started in the kitchen. I'm going to clean my cat's dishes. I'm going to clean my dishes. I usually don't eat until like 10 or 11, and then I usually have coffee after that. So I did wake up at 5. I'm not really sure if I will stick to that schedule, but we'll just see how it goes. But for now, I'm going to start cleaning. So why did no one tell me that one of the worst parts about being an adult is that you go to soak a dish overnight and it's still there in the morning? No one's gonna clean it for me? That's the worst thing ever. You know, before when you're younger, your parents tell you to do the dishes and you like, let me just let this one soak. And then the next day it's gone or something because your mom took care of it. That's done. That's done. Okay, baby, thank you for waiting. Not her purring while she's eating, girl. Stop. I got these little succulent plants from my mother-in-law and they all died. As you can see, they all died except this one, which I find very odd because my cat actually tore it out. So I'm not really sure what it's been thriving off of. It got torn out like 2 weeks ago, but it's living. Props to this little guy for living. I'm just not sure why that one lived and these untouched ones died. So I am proud of the progress. And it's only 8:54. So I think we're making really good time. But here's the problem. For me, eating can be tricky because it's like a fine line between I'll be 100% okay and then all of a sudden I'm hangry. So I'm like, maybe I should take a break right now and eat breakfast. But then I'm kind of nervous because sometimes when I do take a break and eat breakfast, I don't come back from the break. But I'm determined today, so I will. But I'm thinking about taking like a nice hour just to enjoy my breakfast, have some coffee, watch my show, and then come back at 10 a.m. to organize the fridge and then move on to the kitchen table section. So that's the plan. So I'll see you at 10. First, I'm gonna cook. I think some of you already know what I'm making, and it's kind of like a shakshuka inspired breakfast. I made a YouTube short about it. And it's still my favorite breakfast. Like, I have these breakfast fixations where I'm like obsessed with like a certain breakfast food. And as some of you know, I really like onions and garlic a lot. Like, I eat it in almost every single meal. And so I use a half an onion for this meal. If you don't like onion, definitely skip this step. But my favorite sauce to use is the raw sauce. I don't know if that's what I'm saying it right. But this is like, I'm telling you, it's the best sauce that I've ever used. It's so good. It's like the flavors are perfect. It is a little bit on the pricey side though. That's the one thing I hate. So now that that's cooking, I'm kind of sad because like I just cleaned this kitchen and now I'm like dirtying it by making breakfast. It's like, I think it's like the cycle of life, but I'm just like, like I just cleaned it and I'm like gonna get dirty. So I'm gonna have to clean it after I'm done with breakfast, but it's gonna be like, obviously like significantly less cleaning, just like something small, but I'm still like, dude, you know what I mean? Okay, breakfast is done. It is 10:13. I was actually done by 10 a.m., you guys, but then I realized that my SD card was full and I had to go ahead and transfer some videos to my phone instead. So I'm ready to get this train moving. I actually feel better. Like I had some breakfast, had a cup of coffee. I always prefer to have my coffee hot when I have a chance to like sit down and enjoy it. But if I'm like moving and working, then I like to have iced coffee. But anyway, I had a chance to sit down and enjoy it. So I had a cup of coffee, as you can probably tell. Anyway, here is the progress. As we said before, this kitchen area is pretty much done. We are now moving over to the kitchen table. Oh, that's another thing. So I've been wanting to play some music all morning long. I was like, you know what would make this so much better is some music. But then I couldn't because it was 5 a.m., right? And then by 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever, I was like, okay, my neighbors are probably still sleeping because they may have the day off like I do. So I didn't want to like start blasting my music and everything. And I'm like living upstairs, like being that annoying neighbor. But now it's like 10:15 or whatever time it is, 10:30 or so. So that's a good time, right? I'm gonna start putting some music on while I clean the living room and then move on to the other bedrooms. So this is the part I have been dreading and it's going through my drawers. I just went through them in spring, but I feel like my preferences change so fast. And this is not like a preference in terms of like, oh, I like to buy all these clothes. Blah. No, it's just like I will have clothes that I haven't worn in years and I'll be like, maybe I'll still wear them. Maybe I'll still wear them. And then like a couple months will go by and I'll be like, you know what? Like I'm not gonna wear them. I already know. So this shouldn't take that long, but at the same time, I'm nervous in how long it's gonna take. So as I'm going through my clothes, I kind of wanted to talk about something I strongly believe in when it comes to like the new year, and that's getting rid of old things from the previous year, because I really believe that like items hold memory. So for example, I used to have this corporate job that I absolutely hated, and I had very specific business outfits I used to wear for that job. And I finally had the courage to just get rid of those outfits because every time I'd open up my drawer, especially for work, I would see those specific outfits and I'd be like, ew, like, ugh, I hated that job. And now I'm just like, why? I'm not going to wear those anymore. Like, why bring myself back to that area when I'm not even going to wear those anymore because of how much of association I kept putting those outfits on that job. I'm not going to wear them. So no point in keeping them. Might as well give them to someone who will. I'm actually excited because we're so close to finishing. Like, I'm surprised on how much we've gotten done. It is 11:42. So we're doing really good on time, honestly. Like, I still have to go to the store. I still gotta run some errands outside. But in terms of cleaning, like, we got a lot done. So I have a few areas to clean in the bathroom. One is under this sink, the second one's under this sink, and then third is a basket that I have above like my toilet area. I'm going to just be going through the things I haven't been using that are 100% new, donate those ones, and the ones that are used, I'm just gonna toss them because at this point, like, let me just give you an example. I have this soap pump and I put it under the sink because it started getting rusty, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll use it later. I'll figure out how to unrust it. Like, honestly, I don't even know why I kept this. This is trash. While I'm cleaning this out, I want to talk to you guys about another goal I have for 2025, which is working more on consolidating and like simplifying my larger goals into baby steps. So as some of you saw, I made a YouTube short about these bingo boards that I made with my sister and my sister-in-law. And essentially what it is we are going to be meeting every single season to update our bingo boards and make new ones for that exact season. And we're going to see which ones we accomplished. So instead of putting things down like eat healthy, instead on our bingo board for this season, we wrote down things such as like create a meal plan, work out 2 days a week, and then by the time the season's over, we'll see where we're at in that. Have we accomplished that goal in 3 months? And they're usually small and attainable. And if we have, then we're going to update that goal on the next bingo board. If we haven't, we're just going to carry that goal on to the next season. So I really think in order to accomplish big goals, you need to break them down into small sections. And for us, like, we just thought every season would be a good check-in point. But you can break it down to every 6 months, every single week, every month, whatever. Obviously, we should have our own personal check-ins. But I really think that that is going to be a big thing that helps us this year. To spare the grossness of me showing you the whole process of me cleaning the bathroom, I'm just going to do a voiceover. Basically, I cleaned the cat litter, swept up the floor, cleaned off the sink, the toilet, and scrubbed the bathtub. You know, something that annoys me so much is when we got this apartment, the bathtub was like so white. It was like sparkling white. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take a bath. I took a bath and I decided to wash the bathtub first because it was a new apartment and you know, you kind of just want to be sure. And then as I was rinsing the bathtub, all this white paint started going down the drain, and it turns out that this bathtub is actually really discolored. And they really tried fooling us by painting over it, which it did fool us because we were like, oh, you know, whatever. But yeah, our bathtub's discolored, and like no matter how much comment I use or bleach, like it just won't get white. And I hate that because I hate the dirty look, you know, like it just looks dingy. But one day I cannot wait to get a house and have a freestanding tub. Like I really want one of the like those freestanding French tubs that are with the cute little feet and everything. I can't wait to have that one day. For now, this will do though. This will do. But it's just like the fact that it's like so discolored, really, like, you know, it's gross. Okay, so I just finished doing the cat litter, sweeping, and putting up some fresh towels, and the bathroom's complete. So I was just writing my grocery list because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing pretty good. It's only 12:21 p.m. and I was like, let me write my grocery list so I can go to the store. And I forgot that I didn't clean out the refrigerator. Remember I told you guys, like, oh, I'm gonna eat breakfast and then I'm gonna go and clean the refrigerator? And no one told me. So I had to go really quick and clean the refrigerator. I'm gonna do that quickly off camera and then finish writing my grocery list. I realized I finished my first Stanley. So all I have left is just a tiny bit of water. So now I'm gonna add some fresh ice, which I already broke this one open. But these are circular ice. I really like these ones. Ta-da! So this is the progress on the freezer. I know it looks messy still. If you're wondering what these are balls of rice. So I cook rice, and since my husband is the one who loves to eat rice and I don't really like rice, I got tired of making like a giant, or I guess a pot of rice every day. And then I read online that you can just freeze it. So I cook it, I freeze it, and then all you have to do is microwave it for 2 minutes. I portion them so they're exactly 1 cup of rice. A half a cup of rice. Just for portion control and everything. But yeah, it's not perfect, but it's what we're gonna work with. I'm gonna make a smoothie right now and take another break. I feel like I deserve it because I did clean a lot of rooms. It's 1 p.m. right now. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a smoothie, relax for about an hour. My husband gets home at 3 p.m. So we may go out and run errands together. Because I'm meeting up with my parents at like 5 or 6 p.m. today. So we may go out together, we may not. Give me an hour to rest and then I'll see how I feel. You know, one of the biggest reasons why I decided to do this whole reset cleaning day today was because I really am a visual person. So if my environment looks messy, my mind is messy, I feel like I'm not put together. And I really wanted to go into this new year feeling like refreshed, reset, especially after the holidays. I was feeling so burnt out. I was so tired from work, from YouTube, from family, from socializing, everything like that. So now I just wanted a day to reset, and oddly enough, cleaning is so therapeutic for me because I see the results. The results are instant, and I like to feel, I guess, at home in my home. When it's not cleaned, I'm telling you, like, I just feel like such a mess. So this is such an important part of self-care for me because it really helps my mental health, actually, having a clean area. So that's why I'm very like, I need to get this all done today, blah, 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 is because I want to start the new year in a positive mindset. So that's kind of why I feel like I didn't explain that at the beginning of the day. So remember how I told you guys that thing about how I kind of have this problem with once I take a break, it's hard for me to stop? Yeah, so it is 3:33 right now. My husband is not home like I thought he would be. So I'm not going to push this off any longer. I'm just going to go grocery shopping, but I have to make an afternoon pick-me-up first, so that way when I go out, I don't buy any coffee. Today I'm using Major Dickinson. It's a Pete's coffee blend. Little fun fact, this is actually what they use for their espresso when they make their drinks there. So that's actually why I chose it. So the funny thing is, I've been contemplating about whether or not to just go out in this outfit, which is just basically pajamas. Like, it's just my loungewear that I've been wearing all day. And I was like, no, like I told myself I'd be more intentional this year about like taking care of myself or whatever. And I was like, wait a second, it's still 2024. We can start that next year. Whew, guys, we made it out the house. I mean, some people say the hardest part is waking up and stuff like that. For me, the hardest part is leaving the house. Like, I can be so productive at home, and I don't know what it is. It just is so hard for me to leave the house sometimes. Like, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it, or I can push it off. I can do it tomorrow, whatever. But now that I made out the house, like, I'm good. A few stops to make. First stop is, God, I just went down the stairs. Like, what is going on? I guess I was carrying like the bag of clothes and stuff, but like, calm down, right? Like, it should be like that. Okay. First step, dropping off the clothes at the Salvation Army. Second step is I have to go grocery shopping. And the last step, which I may just go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, I haven't decided. And then last step is to stop by Pete's Coffee and pick up a tea that my sisters really wanted. Those are the 3 stops I have to make. Once those are done, all I have to do is come home, do a little bit of meal prep and juice, and then my to-do list is complete. So we are more than halfway there. Okay, clothes have been dropped off. I decided I'm going to Trader Joe's. And the reason for that is because I'm actually hoping they have those white chocolate peppermint pretzels before the season ends. If you haven't tried it, trust, you gotta try it. Guys, okay, this seems really obvious, but I did not think about it. Trader Joe's closes early because it's New Year's Eve. And they close exactly at 5. And luckily it's 4:23 right now. I just got out. So I feel like I got there at the perfect time. And I'm so glad I didn't just stay home, because then I would have been like really disappointed in myself. But good for them. I'm glad they close early on this day because at least they get to celebrate and kind of enjoy their day. But I got some new eucalyptus leaves for the shower. That's something I'm excited for. New year, new leaf. And then I was having a hard time. This is like first world problems to the max. I was having such a hard time choosing a flower for the kitchen because I was like, I couldn't find a flower that just screamed New Year. But then I saw these tulips. Nothing crazy, but something about them was just like clean and classy. And I was like, yes. So I got them. These are gonna go straight in the kitchen. I just think they look so cute. Like, isn't it giving like that girl? Dare I say the girl? So, kitchen. Now I'm on my way to Pete's Coffee. I am nervous that they're gonna be closed because Pete's Coffee, like, it says online that they close at 5. It's literally right across the street. I need to get the tea from there. If I don't get it, it's okay, but the goal is to get it, so I better head over there now. Good news, they were open. They're about to close, like obviously at 5, like we talked about earlier. And I'm so glad that they're open. I'm like, Happy New Year, you know what I mean? Like I got almost everything I wanted to do today done, and it's only 4:30 p.m. All I have to do now is go home, do my juicing for the week, and then make sure I'm ready to meet up with my parents by around 5:30 or so. So I have a good hour to do all those things. Honestly, I'm just so happy. Like, I get so excited when I get to like check off everything on my list and it's like a successful, productive day. I get so happy because I'm like, yes, like I knew I could do it. Like I get like that kind of feeling where I'm like, I knew I could or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm really glad that I got almost everything done. I just have to successfully finish juicing and then clean up after that because I have to clean like the whole juice machine immediately, then get ready, and then I'm done. Like then my New Year reset is complete. I just got back from Trader Joe's and I'm gonna do a quick grocery haul. White chocolate pretzels that I was telling you guys about that I really wanted. So there's still a bunch left in store, thankfully. So I got like 3 bags. These are just for me and my husband. We're not sharing these with anyone else. Once they're out of the stores, they're out, like for the rest of the year. So if I were you, I would get these now. The next items I got were just vegetables that I'm going to be using for juicing. I'm going to make 2 juices. I'm going to make them on different days though because juice only stays fresh for like 3 days in the fridge. The first one's going to be a green juice, so I have all the celery for that, the parsley, the green apples, the mint, the cilantro, and the cucumber. And the next juice is going to be a ginger beet carrot juice. I also got some bananas, a bag of potatoes, some Greek yogurt since I eat it every day with breakfast. I got some avocados. I got some more onions for the pantry, some fig and olive crisp crackers for an upcoming video that I will be making, some lettuce, and then some pasta. So I just finished washing and prepping the veggies for my green juice. So I have 30 minutes before I have to leave. So I'm gonna get started on that. And we made it. It is only 5:37, which is perfect time because I have to leave now to go meet up with my parents. And so I'm just happy, like we finished everything. We did the juicing. My husband actually wrapped my little sister's gift, so it was like perfect timing. And I just hope that the main thing you all get from this video is to really embrace the new year, to be more intentional about it, and to kind of own it, you know, embrace it and be like, this is my year. And so that was my main goal for today, was to have a good reset and get everything in order how I would like it to be in order to kind of become the person I'm trying to be in 2025. So I'm really happy with the results of getting the whole house cleaned, running the errands I need to run, and then now making it just in time to meet up with my family. So thank you all so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more, and have a great new year. Bye.